on Focal Point, we've got cookies, Kris Kringle, and canines. And that's not all.
Finals are here, and so is the stress. A story on stress relievers coming up. Did you know there was a market in downtown East Lansing that has fresh produce year-round and doubling in size? That story coming up.
It's become a Midwestern and social media phenomenon, and now the craze has landed in East Lansing. But what makes this cookie better than the rest? I've got your answer coming up.
We'll show you how small businesses turn this into a market.
It's all straight ahead. Focal Point starts right now. Good afternoon and welcome to Focal Point on this rainy start to December. I'm Ethan Hunter.
And I'm Donovan Scott. And we begin with accreditation. Should we be concerned about Michigan State University losing its accreditation? What would that mean for graduates, and what is it anyways?
Yeah, Focal Point Sydney Kenzer is live out in front of the administration building on campus to break it all down for us and tell us what is the worry about accreditation. Sydney?
Thank you, Ethan. Yes, that's right. For the second time this semester, MSU students are concerned the university might lose its accreditation. And if you're wondering what's accreditation, well, the Higher Learning Commission, which happens to accredit Michigan State, explains it as a sort of quality assurance to your future employer. It's proof that you got a quality education from a quality university. Not having an accredited degree can make it really hard to get hired. If MSU loses its accreditation, it risks not only its reputation, but possibly its federal funding and financial aid opportunities. You might remember the first time this was a concern this semester, back in October, Trustee Brianna Scott sent a letter to the rest of the Board of Trustees accusing Board President Rima Vassar of violating multiple codes of their conduct. Faculty Senate President Jack Lipton sent a similar message to the higher learning community and had several serious concerns about Rima Vassar as well. Now, Rima Vassar has admitted to two ethics code violations, one of them being taking a donor's private jet to travel to a Michigan State University away basketball game. The Higher Learning Commission requires that its universities are not governed by those influenced by outside sources such as donors. So that puts Michigan State University's accreditation in jeopardy. Now it's December 1st, and the HLC's website says that we are still accredited, but they have communicated that they will be taking a look at the university's actions. I'm joined by Council of Graduate Students President and Liaison to the Board of Trustees, Hannah Jeffries. Hannah, as someone who has worked closely with the board, have you seen anything that might worry us or could encourage us not to worry about this situation?
Listen, I don't think that this is going to be an issue because, one, the MSU Board of Trustees or the MSU administration works with the accreditation board, and you can go and ask the administration that yourself. Second, it doesn't make any sense, no logical sense at all, that a board responsible for assuring the educational quality of millions of people would suddenly throw out the accreditation of this school, thereby jeopardizing the livelihoods of literally millions of people without first giving the university a chance to make a correction. While I think this could put pressure on the Board of Trustees, I doubt they will lose accreditation.
Thank you, Hannah. Focal Point will keep you updated as current updates to the university's accreditation continue. Outside of the Hannah Administration Building, I'm Sydney Kenzer, Focal Point News. Back to you, Ethan and Donovan.
Thank you, Sydney. 50,000 students across campus are preparing for the upcoming finals week. That's right, it's that time of the year once again. But textbooks and study guides aren't the only key to success. A sound mind is important too. Focal Point's Mackenzie Decker shows us how students can relieve stress this time of year.
It's so stressful and you're completely exhausted.
This building is full of books and stress.
I definitely spent many hours here.
Riley Mormon is buried in computer science.
It is such a crunch. There's so much work to do in like a week and a half.
Haley Purcell is full of statistics. Both feel like today's weather, drenched with studying. Finals week is almost here.
It's a totally different requirement in terms of studying. You need to start early with this.
Purcell even makes special trips to the library.
Normally I don't come because it's a bit of a walk for me, but this time of year, like, it's so much easier to study here.
Students could use a recharge.
You need to do something for yourself during this week because it's nothing but organized chaos.
Students spend hours preparing for finals in there, but the key to a successful week might actually start out here. So how do students relieve stress this time of year?
It's like a de-stressor event.
The stress reliever is called Countdown to Closeout.
So it's about comfort, being able to just step out of your mind for a minute.
A week of free events for students to step away from the textbooks.
Just having that break helps you take the information you just studied for
And into something fun.
Even while being in school, like, you have to do something for you, even if it's something as small as coming to make a bracelet.
Finding time to recenter the mind and shift the focus.
I'll go out with friends, I'll watch some TV, that kind of stuff.
To something more lighthearted.
Just a little bit of relaxation.
Just having something you can go and just not feel anxious. You can just kind of let go and relax.
In East Lansing, I'm Mackenzie Decker, Focal Point News.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Countdown to Closeout will kick off tomorrow morning with an RHA movie event. Students can see Barbie or Oppenheimer beginning at 4:30 in Wells Hall.
Tucked in between a science store and Chipotle is a space that offers fresh, local groceries to the community. Campbell's Market Basket has been in operation since 2018 and is now expanding their store. Delaney Rogers has that story.
In plain sight, there is a hidden gem. Campbell's Market Basket.
It's just right in the heart of campus and downtown East Lansing.
A space people seem to find by chance.
Kind of saw through the window, saw through the door, and kind of looked interesting. So stopped in, saw what they had, and now I've been coming here pretty consistently recently.
Anna Grounds has worked here for over 2 years and thinks it means more to customers than just a typical grocery store.
So I think that I've actually probably made most of my friends from college working here. It was just very comfortable here.
It's a local business that offers fresh produce in a part of downtown that doesn't have a chain grocer, and it's become popular. So successful, they're doubling in size.
But I think it will be just nice to make a little bit more space for like a community aspect, just hanging out.
Now, you can't see the inside just yet because I want to keep it a surprise, but the hope is by the first day of next semester, this place will be up and running for the community. Owner Perry Kanguni says the community has been very supportive with this change.
Just we love you guys, and thanks for coming in. Try and make this a safe, enjoyable place always.
I'm excited. I do love Campbell's. Like, if you ask any of my friends, I'm an avid Campbell's enjoyer.
Coming into Campbell's has become routine for Jake Rhodes.
What are the options?
We have scallion, jalapeno cheddar, and plain.
Ooh, come here, I'll get some food. Come take a seat over here and eat and then get some work done. This is kind of the perfect place for me.
Campbell's growth has been moving quickly.
Especially the last few weeks, just getting everybody in and out of there, making sure everything's like all set.
In East Lansing, I'm Delaney Rogers.
As students return back to campus from winter break, they can expect Campbell's new space to have their doors open and ready for business.
Now, if you're in the mood for a sweet treat, Focal Point's Tiana Barnes brings us to the grand opening of a place that aims to curb that craving.
East Lansing just got sweeter.
Good morning, welcome to Crumble.
Crumble Cookies, that phenomenon with devoted customers and 7 million TikTok followers. The store's bright white interior gives the feeling of entering a vanilla-scented laboratory for cookies. Andrew Lord,
3, 2, 1.
the chief cookie scientist and owner here, has been looking forward to this day for months.
It's been a long time coming.
And this morning, on grand opening day, Crumble customers lined up early to grab a bite of the unique cookie flavors.
The Buttercrisp, the cake batter, semi-sweet, and the triple berry.
Caitlin Taylor and her friends made sure to be the first in line, even in the cold, wet rain. But what makes these cookies worth the wait?
Well, it's a great cookie. Like, let's We'll start there. It is a fantastic cookie.
I, of course, had to find out for myself.
Enjoy your cookie.
Thank you so much.
It's really, really good.
Crumble brings new flavors in and out of rotation every week. So if you miss out on your favorite, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
It gives people a reason to keep coming back every single week to try the new flavors, or because they see one that they've liked and they've waited for months.
Crumble is more popular on social media than some movie stars, which encourages Crumble's bakers to make each cookie Insta-worthy. So whether you need a pick-me-up,
Yeah, and we got a free one.
or you're just in the mood for something sweet,
My personal favorite, frozen hot chocolate.
Crumble hopes it has something for everyone. In East Lansing, I'm Tiana Barnes, Focal Point News.
Now, I don't know about you, but that frozen hot chocolate cookie looks just up my alley. Tiana tells us that if you download the Crumble app, you can cash in on a free chocolate chip cookie for the rest of opening day.
Now, did you have a nice Thanksgiving, Donovan?
I did. I spent it with my family in southern Michigan.
Now, did you know that there's a large group of international students who have never celebrated Thanksgiving?
And we're guessing that our own Sheena Fly is one of them.
Yeah, she's joining us live now from our newsroom. Sheena, we understand you got to experience it firsthand this year.
As an exchange student myself, I loved being part of different American occasions this year. But there was this one American celebration that we all knew about, but have never experienced it before. Take a look. With most students heading home to spend Thanksgiving with their families, many international students are experiencing the American Thanksgiving for the first time. And we're here to know how their experience of this family tradition is away from home.
This is my first Thanksgiving. I would expect like very various dishes, especially like indigenous American dishes. I'm looking forward to it.
This event is organized so that visiting internationals can have a gathering.
And also to be able to try some local American foods that are very customary in American homes.
The menu simply included some of the most known dishes like,
of course, we have turkey because that is a staple at the Thanksgiving holiday.
Stuffing, mashed potato, and deviled eggs. Students were asked to write and share what they're thankful for this year.
I'm thankful for all the great food.
Thankful to have met a lot of new people with different backgrounds.
Get this exchange year over here.
I do really happy to be a Spartans.
We wanted to know, do other countries celebrate Thanksgiving like Americans?
We don't really celebrate Thanksgiving back at home in Ireland.
They also shared that they have similar celebrations back at home.
The end of Ramadan, we have a big festival.
In my religion, we celebrate Lebaran.
St. Patrick's Day is huge in Ireland.
And international students can mark their calendars with many other similar experiences.
Game nights, outings to the beach.
The best way to know about these activities is
follow our email alerts that talk about different events that we have going on throughout the semester. It's a really great way to engage with locals and also get a chance to learn a little bit more about the American culture.
Nice report, Sheena. We seem to take turkey and that dinner for granted. Was there something that you tried for the first time?
Well, my favorite definitely was the stuffing. I tried it for the first time and it was really nice.
Now, as much as I love stuffing, I'm more of a mac and cheese guy myself. Ethan, what about yourself?
I like mac and cheese. I like mashed potatoes. The sides are really what does Thanksgiving
or the rolls.
For me. Now, coming up on Focal Point, we'll take a closer look into the new era of Spartan football and a competition for our furry friends.
Also, 2 events spreading holiday spirit through the Lansing area. Don't go anywhere. Focal Point will be back in just 1 minute.
Welcome back into Focal Point. He's Donovan Scott. I'm Ethan Hunter. Donovan, it's been a pretty exciting week for MSU sports.
Absolutely, it has. And the thing that has everyone excited about the most, the new head football coach, Jonathan Smith, has landed in East Lansing.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for the Spartans. Let's get into that news and the rest of the sports on campus here from the last week. Flying first class and delivered with express shipping, Jonathan Smith landed in East Lansing on Sunday and got right to business with a press conference Tuesday. Smith comes from his alma mater, Oregon State, where he spent 6 years as head coach of the program and a 34-35 record.
Got there 6 years ago. A place was not having a ton of success, had some turmoil, different things going on, and was excited about diving into it, learning the players, changing the culture, creating a space where people can do their best work, and we dove into it.
Smith laid out the brand of football and the scheme he plans to play at Michigan State.
Yes, we want to make a physical brand of football on both sides of the ball, but at the same time it lead to an innovative offense in regards to, we're going to take a chance once in a while, make it physical, create explosive plays.
Many Michigan State players have already announced their plans to enter the transfer portal on December 4th. This includes all 3 scholarship quarterbacks, the position Smith played at Oregon State. From a new coach to the 3rd longest tenured coach in men's basketball, Tom Izzo's Spartans hosted Georgia Southern in the Breslin Center on Tuesday, looking to bounce back from the Thanksgiving loss to Arizona. Michigan State defeated Georgia Southern 86-55 and moved to 4-3 on the season in the last game before Big Ten play. Tom Izzo has been calling on his guards to step up and play better, and Tuesday was a step in the right direction. Jaden Akins led scoring with 14 points, highlighted by some mid-range makes. Tyson Walker had 13 as he continued to recover from an illness Tom Izzo said dropped him 15 pounds, and A.J. Hogard had 12. Trey Holloman played well in his starting role with 7 points and 10 assists, and freshman Jeremy Fears attacked the glass with 10 rebounds and 6 points. After the game, Coach Izzo had this to say about the freshman and his rotation moving forward.
The biggest thing is now that playing group's going to shrink. Nobody's fault. They just, some of the freshmen aren't ready to play, and they're going to have to either get ready in a week or we're going to start shrinking it down, because that does create some more problems.
Coach Izzo will have a week to prepare as they open their Big Ten schedule, hosting Wisconsin on Tuesday, which will be a good test run for a tough second half of the schedule. Now to a season that's just ended, women's cross country has continued its dominance as a program. Placing 16th in the national meet in Virginia, the team won its 4th Big Ten championship in 5 years. Katie Osico won Big Ten Women's Cross Country Athlete of the Year, and Coach Lisa Bresnow won her 3rd Big Ten Coach of the Year in her 4th season at the helm. I had a chance to sit down with Coach Bresnow yesterday to talk about all this success.
You know, we definitely came into the start of our season in August with the intention of trying to win again, but of course we are really process-based, so we didn't talk a lot about winning. We just talked about how we were going to get there, how we were going to behave as a team, expectations from a behavioral standpoint. We have some amazing seniors right now, and so for them to go out their final, cross-country season as Big Ten champs was really a great accomplishment for them.
Now Coach Bresnow and her Spartans shift to track and field as they travel to Boston today to kick off the indoor season with the Sharon Collier Danville season opener. On campus, women's basketball comes home to host Miami of Ohio on Sunday as the 6-1 Spartans look to continue to roll.
This is the time of the year in Michigan where indoor activities are better than outdoor. And inside this pavilion on the MSU campus, a lot of people and even more dogs gathered. Focal Point's Kelsey Woodall was there for the annual Lansing Dog Show.
It may be raining cats and dogs outside today, but inside the pavilion on Michigan State's campus, it's all pampering and blow dryers.
We've been coming here over 20 years.
Probably, 25 years.
Here for years and years and years. Nearly 30.
Wow. Dog owners and their best friends from Michigan and surrounding states gathered today at what's called the Winterland Classic Dog Show Cluster to compete in competitions.
This event is for lots of different breeds, and they compete just against themselves rather than competing against all the other breeds. So it's an opportunity to get points on your dog. Your dog gets points by winning, and it really helps the dog in progression in the breed in the national standings.
Tammy Rhodes has been coming here for years. This is her dog Willow's first time.
This course is called Time to Beat. So it is a game, an AKC game, that is based on time related to the fastest dog. And you get a qualifying score if you complete the course without any off courses.
Not only are there Great Danes and Golden Retrievers, but Salukis too. Jerry Thornton's dog is excited to be competing in conformation.
I just moved up to Ohio, 5 years ago, and so I don't get up this way too much, but sometimes, yeah.
While Rizza the Saluki trots around the ring, Willow competes for time, and she did pretty good, finishing in just over 40 seconds. All these dog owners know winning is nice, but the best part is spending the day with your best friend. In East Lansing, I'm Kelsey Woodall, Focal Point News.
Thanks, Kelsey. The Winterland Classic Dog Show Cluster continues this Saturday and Sunday with their all-breed shows if you don't want to miss it.
The holiday spirit is alive in the Lansing area. Over at Potter Park Zoo, thousands of lights have turned the park into a holiday paradise. Focal Point's Sarah Polis has the story.
The Potter Park Zoo in Lansing is home to over 350 animals. But it's also home to a tradition for the humans.
It's very symbolic of families and just good old wholesome fun.
Every winter, for the last 31 years, thousands of lights fill the zoo at night. It's a childhood memory for Isabella Tigerino.
We grew up around in Grand Ledge, but our parents, grandparents, and families over here, so we came around here a lot when we were younger.
Isabella loves the time at the zoo for more reasons than just being able to say hi to a kangaroo.
Nowadays, a lot of things cost a lot more money, so being able to come to the zoo and look at all the different things and have new experiences, but not necessarily have to spend so much money is nice.
The Wonderland of Lights is special for not only the visitors, but for the zoo staff too.
It's a tradition for a lot of people. People love coming to Wonderland of Lights every single year. It's what they do with their family, brings them together. We celebrate all holidays here, so it's just a way for anyone from any background to come here, enjoy the lights, the winter wonderland, do a craft, an activity, get some hot cocoa. All the things that make you super happy during this time.
John Lawrence, the zoo's customer service manager, has seen the circle of life pass through the gates year after year.
You come when you're a child, you come again when you're a parent, and then you come back as a grandparent.
So from an eagle just before sunset to a snowman at night, the Potter Park Zoo keeps making tradition for Lansing families. With Focal Point News, I'm Sarah Polis.
The Wonderland of Lights will be running until December 23rd, Thursday through Saturday from 5 to 8. Tickets cost $9 and are available in person or online at potterparkzoo.org/events.
Now, if you live near downtown Lansing and need something besides Mariah Carey to get you in the Christmas spirit, they have a whole area dedicated to sleighing your way through December. Downtown Lansing is all dressed up for the holiday season.
Fantastic decorations set up.
And 2 blocks from the state Christmas tree at Michigan's capital.
A few hours from now, we're hoping that we'll, continue to grow our crowd.
A holiday market is open.
And it's just a great opportunity for people to come out, support local vendors, find some great holiday shopping, but also enjoy a lot of great free holiday activities.
Nick McPherson opened Impressions 5.
So this is a really awesome opportunity for us to be able to interact with our guests and our customers in ways that we traditionally do, but outside of the walls of our building, but to be able to come together as a community outside in the city of Lansing itself. So it's a great opportunity.
Not only is the Christmas market huge for the holiday spirit in Lansing, it's also big for the vendors who fill these slots every year.
Yeah, that's the great thing about our neighborhood market, is that it's good for anybody, whether you have a storefront or you don't have a storefront. It's a great way to just get in front of a new audience.
The holiday cheer picks up every weekend with different events at the Kringle Market.
So throughout our Kringle Holiday Market, we have various holiday activities that are all free, including cookie decorating with Sweet Encounter Bakery. We have scavenger hunts. We have carriage rides and free pictures with Santa and Santa Claus. We'll also have a fun dog party. So it's a lot of great stuff each day.
And free ice skating. In East Lansing, Donovan Scott, Focal Point News. The holiday market will run every Friday and Saturday, rain or shine, in Lansing from 4 to 7 p.m.
I'm interested in that shop that you featured, Impressions 5, looked really fun, and I hope that we made a good impression on you today. That's all we have time for today. I'm Ethan Hunter.
And I'm Donovan Scott. Have a great weekend. That's pretty good.